To all the fans around the world. Welcome
Hey,
to the 5th episode, numero cinco of Football Entertainmenzz. My guy Hud's here with me again. How has your weekend been?
sensational, man. It's been a different, shift in news from the past couple of days. So yeah, man, everything fell into place for us this weekend, and yeah, man, can't wait to get into it.
I
Let's
see
go.
you smiling. You see the smile on my face. You get me? There's only
Yeah,
one place to start. Leeds United 0, Manchester United 2. Now, first half was a bit shaky. For me, first half was more of the performance we saw at Old Trafford. Without Casemiro in that midfield, it looked a bit rocky. However, second half was a lot better. Ten Hag's changes pretty much changed the game for us, and we ended up getting the last laugh with the 3 points. How did you feel about that game?
messy. First half, anyway, it was messy. It was scrappy, and we were just causing our own problems. They wasn't cutting us open. We kept giving them chances to come at us, basically. You know, the first half I thought we was a bit lethargic. We wasn't really up for it. We kept the ball, but it was based on their tempo, and some of it caused us a lot of problems. Not just the first half, but the whole game. But I think once Ten Hag made the substitutions, the Nacho coming on, the Sandro Martinez, the Butcher coming on as well. The dynamics was obviously changed. The Nacho's ability to run in behind meant Leeds backline had to drop. And that also gave people like Bruno the chance to express themselves a bit more. Even Sabitzer, with a nice pass to Shaw, who obviously crossed in for Rashford to get open goal. It allowed them a bit more space to get the ball and not have someone like literally right on them, because they was afraid that Ganache was going to run in behind them, and they had to be more mindful of that basically. So, tale of two halves. Um, Ten Hag with once again the tactics change,
Yeah.
the substitutions impacting the game once again, and yeah, it's just another 3 points. We keep on moving, and yeah, I couldn't be happier, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, like you said, Ten Hag's substitutions changed the whole game. Um, Dallo coming off for Wan-Bissaka eased my pressure. We all know that Wan-Bissaka one-on-one defensively, he's one of the best out there, you know.
Yeah,
And obviously, like you said, Garnacho coming on. He is more of an impact player right now than actual starter. So, but it was good to see that he silenced the haters. You get me? See that
yeah,
celebration right there.
yeah,
And obviously, once again, Rashe
yeah.
in his goal. I think now that is 21 goals. Well,
Wow,
he's on absolute sensational form. And
wow.
I'm actually very happy for him. He's loving football at the moment. You know, you can see in the way he plays. You know, even in that first half, we didn't really get at Leeds, but he just doesn't stop, and this is what we need. You get me? Now, I need to talk about something negative, and it starts with Harry Maguire. Now, this man has been complaining that he is not in the team and he's not getting enough game time. How dare you? How dare you? When you are putting performances like that, you almost cost us a goal. You are trying to do diagonal passes and giving possession away. You are trying to pass through the needle and you're giving possession away. You're getting caught on the ball, almost costing us a goal. How dare you? It is time to cut ties with this guy. Manchester United need to sell him in the summer. Now, I understand why he played, because we have a midweek game against Barcelona, so we need to rest Varane and Martinez, but he is absolutely shambolic. Like it's like catching your girlfriend cheating in 3D, bro. Like not even hearing it from a friend. Like 3D, you're seeing it. You get me? Under the lights. And then, you tell her that, yeah, you're leaving her, but she's complaining. Like, how dare you? Bro, you have no right to complain when you're putting in performance week like this. I'm sorry, but he has to go. He's so slow. Like he does my brain in. He does my brain in, Hudson. And in order for Manchester United to progress, he has to go. He has to leave.
It's step by step, man. You got it's growing pains, and that's what it is. We know what we want to get back to. We want to get back to winning the league, competing on all fronts, and competing in Europe. So it's a step by step thing. So, but to be honest with you, I'm not really. My mood is too good to even focus on the negative today. So I'm actually gonna focus on like the 2 goal scorers. Yeah. First thing, like you already touched on, Garnacho, his pace changed the game completely. And I'm happy for him to get that goal, to silence the critics, because I was critical of his midweek performance, right? And
rightly
I had
so.
the right to be critical.
Yeah, rightly so.
But I love his intangibles, because a lot of young players, when they have a bad game, they tend to like go on like a little
they
dip.
hide it. Yeah, they start hiding.
But he did not shy. He was still there and he was ready, and I give him high marks for that.
Yeah.
Obviously the main man himself, Marcus, doing his thing again. What I liked about his run of form, he scored another headed goal.
Yeah.
His movement, for that goal, he changed position about maybe 2-3 times before he got that header. It shows that he's very proactive in the box. He's not just, running in behind or taking people on, one-on-one. He's got other aspects to his game that he's obviously now exploring and we're seeing. And those type of goals will help him get an extra maybe 5 to 10 goals every season now. And that's very important. So I'm happy to see the maturation process from him. And he's becoming a more complete forward. And yeah, man, I'm just really happy for him. Really, really happy for him.
Yeah, Manchester United getting the 3 points, getting the last laugh. Now there is a big question, or there's a big elephant in the room, and I have to ask the question. I know my thoughts on it, but are Manchester United in the title race?
No. No, we're not. But obviously, naturally, we have no choice but to be thrusted in the mix, because we are, 2 points behind City. We briefly overtook them before, obviously, their result later on in the day. So, yeah, like, mathematically, yeah, we are in a title race. But for me, I'm realistic. I've been realistic. I've always kept the same energy in terms of, I said this season, we can get a trophy and we get back into the Champions League, that'll be a good season for me.
Facts.
Because City already established as perennial title contenders. Arsenal has stepped up their game, and they've had years now under Arteta to really build into this position. So those 2 teams are where they are because, they're further along in their process, especially Arsenal, and they deserve to be the top 2.
Yeah.
But I think this season, for me, 3rd place is a shoo-in. Obviously, if we stay consistent and, we happen to be there or thereabouts come April, then fair enough. But
Mhm.
would I be lying to you and say we're in the title race? Yes, I would be, because I don't think we are. I think we're just there based on our form. But I think come end of the season, I don't see us getting the title. But as long as we stay close, then yeah, why not? We'll see how the end of the season goes. But in terms of a bona fide title contender, nah, I don't see it this season anyway. Next season, different topic. But this
Yeah.
season, nah, not yet.
Yeah, I completely agree. Obviously, after our game, I had some Arsenal fans in my DMs trying to rattle me, saying Manchester United are now in the title race. Sorry, and I'm sticking by my guns because we both know where our team is at. You get me? We are not going to win every game like we should have won at the first game before. You get me, at Old Trafford versus Leeds, but we didn't, And I know during the season, there's going to be games like that. We're not quite there yet, like the Cities and the Arsenals at the moment in time. But my question now to you, Hudson, is if Manchester United continue and we somehow manage to stay in reach with City and Arsenal, when would your objective now change and say we are now in the title race, or would it ever change for you?
Listen, in football, you have to adjust your expectations and you have to adjust your targets, right? And that's with every team. Like, for example, Merseyside Red this season, their objectives, from what I heard, was to win the title, right? But now they're mid-table. So obviously their expectations now have to be adjusted, right?
Yeah.
My expectation was to finish in the top four this season. Just like I'm sure Leicester's, when they won the Prem, was to get to 40 points.
Yeah.
And then it was Champions League. And then they just kept updating their expectations, basically. So this season, for me, top four and a trophy, right? But if we are within reach come March, April, then of course I'll be a fool to say I want to be involved in the title race. I just don't think it's realistic this season.
Okay.
But I think if we are within reach, and obviously it's nip and tuck, Arsenal, City, maybe we're 3 points behind or something like that, then yeah, if that's the case in April, then yeah, why not? Yeah. But for now, I just don't see that. I just don't see us being able to keep that pace with those other two teams. But if we can, by somehow we can, and we stay within striking distance, then, come April, my tone will change for sure. But for now, no, I'm going to keep my feet firmly on the ground and say that we are going to get the third spot and hopefully get a trophy, and I'll be good with that this season.
Yeah. Well said, my boy. Well said. I am definitely on your wavelength. Now.
Oh, by the way, correct score. I know we're going to get into that later on.
Oh, yeah. I was
like to say,
you did get that one correct. I think
I
said 2-1.
Yeah.
I thought that Manchester United would concede, but
it should have conceded, to be honest.
Yeah, to be fair.
Yeah.
But, yeah, hats off to you for that one. You get me.
Yes.
Moving on. Moving on. Arsenal entertained Brentford, and that score ended 1-1. Arsenal have dropped points yet again, and Ivan Toney, a clip needs to be dropped right now. Bro, Ivan Toney gave Saliba a torrid time. Absolutely.
He's definitely having nightmares.
Bro.
Yeah.
Physically bullied him. Even tactically, bro. Movement. He just destroyed that. Do you know who he reminded me of? You remember Drogba when he used to terrorize Arsenal? Bro, that performance he had yesterday reminded me exactly of Didier Drogba. Just phenomenal. I think that he's got now 14 goals in the Premier
Great
League. And
season,
that's,
man.
yeah, I think only Harry Kane and Haaland have more goals
Hmm?
than this man. Well, he's an absolutely sensational form.
Yeah.
Questions need to be asked now. Like, he's is he much better than is how what question should I ask? Should he move?
Careful.
Yeah, should he move from Brentford to a bigger club? Do you
Oh,
think
bro, listen,
in that stature now?
bro, listen. I've been telling you that I would love that guy at Man United. He is a complete forward. When I saw that game, yeah, obviously physically he was man. He ran Saliba ragged, yeah.
Yeah,
But it's not just that aspect of his game. It's the hold up play. It's the winning of the like man. I got it here like 20 duels.
yeah,
He won 17 of them, yeah, and 12 of them early. He won them. He
mm-hmm.
was everywhere. He
Yeah,
was crossing in from the wing, yeah, to try and create a chance. You know, he was causing so much havoc, running in behind,
yeah.
creating
Flicking
chance for
balls
others.
over. Yeah,
He is a complete forward. He is
yeah,
a great player, and my goodness, I
he
would
should
love
have.
him at Man United.
Yeah,
I would love him at Man United, man.
he should have scored more goals. To be fair, in the first
Oof,
half, bro, when he hit the, I
yeah,
thought that was going in, but
Pogba,
yeah. But yeah, an absolutely sensational performance by Ivan Toney.
he
Now,
played well.
he wasn't the only one that caused them problems. And Buemo, bro, causing absolute havoc.
Yeah,
Bro,
yeah.
he was very dangerous. Them two as a pair is quite frightening, you know. It's quite frightening.
And it's shown that's why they're unbeaten in 10, you know.
Yeah.
They're unbeaten on speeds for assault. So they are a good side. And, you know, I thought Arsenal would win the game, but I shouldn't have probably disrespected them, you know, like that. You know, they played really well. I think all in all, obviously we're gonna talk about other key points
Mm-hmm.
regarding this game. I think they more than deserved the draw
Yeah.
because there was, especially the first half, there was the better side. Obviously, Arsenal grew into it in the second half and Saka became more influential. I think Trossard coming on as well, it changed the dynamics of the game. But I think all in all, when you look at that game, I think that was about the fair result. I think they deserved the draw. Yeah.
Why do you think Arsenal are having this blip at the moment? Is it because they've won so much and you know every team has a blip at some point? But what
Yeah.
is it? What is it that is making them, you know, because this is the second game in a row now where they haven't been at it. You know, they're not the Arsenal that we have expected to see from the first game onwards. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is making them lose? Is it tiredness?
It's different things, right? When you go through a season, it's impossible to play well for every single game. You know, it's impossible. When you think back to our years when we was dominant under Fergie, we had some games where we played absolutely awful. And we'll do what? We'll get a 1-0 win, or we'll be losing, and we'll get an equalizer. And these things happen in the season. Their level has been incredibly high. It's hard to keep that and sustain that for the whole season. There will be little peaks and bounds where they will drop off a little bit. But I don't think they're like falling off the cliff or anything like that. I just think it's one of those phases now where they're dropping some points, but they need to obviously make sure that they limit the damage as much as possible. I think they still played all right. I think they could have definitely come up more in the first half, but I think second half they grew into the game. I think that Brentford obviously didn't allow them to be comfortable. That also comes into it too. But I think all in all, I don't think it was a bad game from Arsenal. They definitely grew into the second half, and obviously they're gonna feel hard done by. And if that was me, I would be pissed off with what VAR done to them as well. But I still don't think they need to be in any type of panic because I think that midweek game coming up is actually going to be the perfect chance for them to really snap out of this, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, man, I think they're still in a pretty good position. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Now you've mentioned it, and I have said I don't like it, but VAR has really shagged Arsenal. Now, I'm not complaining, you get me. But if I was an Arsenal fan, I would be absolutely fuming, bro. How has Lee Mason missed that? And it's not just one error, it's two offsides, bro. And I think because he took so long in his first decision, he missed the second one, which led to the goal. Like, bro, I've told you before, VAR needs to be cancelled. I would rather human error than, obviously, we can't actually blame VAR because that's computers. It's the officials behind it. The officials have been absolutely shocking. And it's the funny thing is, it's not even about the Arsenal game. It's the whole weekend, bro, of just shambolic decisions. What is going on? Is it corruption? What is going on?
Bro. Well, if it's corruption, then everyone is paying the price then. Because Arsenal, obviously, like, listen, I'm always going to be objective, right? That was an absolute joke, honestly. There was two things that stood out to me here. In the first phase of play, when they put the ball in, Pinnock here was offside.
Yeah.
First phase, yeah. In the second phase of play, Norgard was also offside. He was literally involved in the play before the cross got put in for Toney to head the ball in. It was two occasions here where I don't know how they don't see it. It was clear as day. I don't get it.
Yeah.
If I was an Arsenal fan, I would be fuming.
Yeah.
I know they didn't play the best, but my goodness, that has essentially cost them 3 points.
Yeah.
It's an absolute, it's disgusting, man.
Yeah.
It's disgusting. I can't believe it.
Now, looking back at the game, yeah, I know you said it's a disgusting decision, but has it weighed itself out? Because there was a chance where Mbeumo scored a goal and they said it was a foul. Now, for me, that was not a foul.
That was not a foul.
That was not a foul. So technically, all in all, it kind of weighed it out. Do you know what I'm saying?
Even out, definitely.
Evened out.
Even
but
out.
still, go for it.
Sorry, go on.
Yeah, it's still a disgusting decision. I'm not denying that, but Arsenal they can't say, you know what, they deserved that win. Yeah, bro.
No, I think Brentford were good value for the draw, 100%. I think obviously if that foul wasn't given, I think the dynamics of the game would have been different as well, because Brentford being ahead to Arsenal being ahead would have been two different things. But I think all in all, like, obviously you don't want these things to happen, but even that in the end, because I don't think that was a foul for the Brentford Salah goal. And I think that the Toney goal, shouldn't have stood, because there was two different people that was offside, and they've literally gone to review it, and somehow
I don't know how
you can't make this stuff up, man.
It's absolutely
you can't make it up,
madness.
Honestly, even if you try.
Yeah, absolutely madness. Now, Trossard scored Arsenal's first goal. Martinelli, bro. Now, he has had a couple weeks of just being quiet, and Trossard has now come in and has put an impact. Hit the ground running. Now, if you was an Arsenal fan, would you drop Martinelli? I feel sympathy for him, because obviously his all-round game is really good, but for me, he's missing Jesus. I think Jesus is the link. When Jesus was there, Martinelli was firing because they were doing their little 1-2 give and go. Jesus was linking up other players, allowing players like Martinelli to have his freedom. Now that Jesus is not there, bro, they have Nketiah. Don't get me wrong, Nketiah is doing well, but he is more of a in the box type of striker, you know, and Martinelli's kind of suffering from that.
I'll tell you one thing right now, yeah. It's no coincidence when Jesus went out, Martinelli, his form's dipped a little bit. Jesus, he's everywhere, right? He can go right, he can stay in the center, and he comes left. He comes to Martinelli's side, which means that defenders can't double up on him, you know? And the problem is Nketiah is not really that kind of player that will actually go to that side, yeah, to support him. Martinelli's not getting the support. And sometimes Arsenal are passing the ball a bit too slow. By the time the ball gets to him, the right back and the right mid have more than enough time to go and double team him. Yeah. And listen, no matter how good you are, when you're getting defended by two players against one, it's going to be very difficult for you to impact the game. And I think that Jesus' injury, now we can see more than ever how much he's missed, because he was the key. He would always drift left. So even if they tried to double Martinelli, guess what? Jesus is running in behind now. Yeah. That creates that overload, you know. But now he's not been there. It's obviously like, you know, shown up a bit more. Yeah. But whereas Saka, for example, he's fine because he just creates his own anyway. But Nketiah, I feel like also naturally drifts more towards his side as well. So that kind of like not hindered Saka's form this season. Yeah. But in terms of Martinelli, Jesus being out definitely has impacted him a lot.
Yeah. More so, bro. Saka is also he's getting help as well from Benny Blanco. You know, he's always running past him to receive the ball, or do you know what I'm saying? Whereas Zinchenko, he's more of an inverted left back, so he drifts off into the center, so he's not running in behind also. So, you know, Martinelli has basically two options. He either beats his defenders,
double team,
or he comes back and then try and find another way to create, maybe pass to an Odegaard, or, you know, but nah, it's he's suffering right now. So
and one thing I will say, sorry to jump in before I forget this point. One thing I will say is in terms of Zinchenko and the help he gives Martinelli, I think Toney is someone who would probably like run in behind more, which will give Martinelli that freedom to kind of like have the options to assess whether to go one-on-one now or pass it in behind for Toney to make the run in behind the defense, basically. Now, Zinchenko, obviously, he's doing what Arteta wants, right? And I can't critique Arteta because they're having a fantastic season. But I think there's something has to be said for maybe a bit of a tactical change where either Toney maybe comes in, but obviously that then spoils the overload they normally have in midfield with Zinchenko joining in, or Zinchenko has to adapt a little bit to try to make that little run in behind so that Martinelli can be freed up a little bit. Because right now, Martinelli is being bogged down by being double teamed, basically, and he's not being able to express himself and really show what he's truly capable of. So, yes, it's something that Arteta definitely has to consider going forward until obviously Jesus comes back.
Yeah. What I found funny, bro, is there are some Arsenal fans on their Snapchat saying already, not giving him any time, Nketiah out. Now, bro.
Really?
Well,
that is wild, man. That's prison of the moment. But listen, we know football fans are fickle, right? So they're not going to remember like the important goals he was scoring. But yeah, I think that's crazy to say that, man. He's filled in admirably for Jesus since he's been injured. So I'm not an Arsenal fan, but you can't really say that. That's ridiculous, man.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
But that's 2 games now when Nketiah hasn't fired. So
yeah. Oh, one more thing I want to touch on, by the way.
Yeah, go for it.
Quick one. Did you see the thing about Ivan Toney getting racist abuse again?
Yeah. It's absolutely disgusting. What?
Like,
why?
Like,
why is there so much hate? Yeah.
It pisses me off because they're doing the knee, right? Okay, cool, fair enough. But what is really being done, yeah, to protect these players, especially the black players, because they're
Yeah.
the ones getting the racist abuse all the time. Okay, cool, he was offside, but my man scores a goal. It's not his fault that VAR are
It's not his
useless.
fault.
Why are you
They
guys
should be
suing him
cussing the
based on his skin color?
referees. Yeah. Why they
Ridiculous, man.
they should be
Honestly,
cussing the referees, not him.
it's ridiculous, man. It's
Like
so
he made
shameful,
yeah.
honestly.
Will this ever change? Because this is now it keeps happening. It doesn't matter what campaigns are going on. It doesn't matter, bro. It just keeps happening. And this is why I don't understand. Like, it's sad, man. It's absolutely sad that this is happening. I know football is passionate, but come on. Grow up. Do you know what I mean? Grow up.
Boy.
Yeah. Moving on to another North London team. Leicester, 4. Tottenham Hotspurs, 1. Absolute piss up. Bro, what the hell? I did not see that coming, you know. They even scored first.
I told you. I did tell you. Now, I didn't expect 4-1,
Yeah.
but I told you. Spurs are Spurs. In fact, today, I can probably call them Tottenham quarter Spurs because normally they play for half.
Half, yeah.
Today, they played for maybe the first 20 minutes. And after that, it was done. It was awful, man. Awful. My goodness.
Why the hell is Tanganga still in the Premier League? That's number one. That's what I need to know. Second of all, Eric Diabolical. That guy cannot defend,
bro,
for anything.
There's so much I've got to say on this game, but my
good. Every time Iheanacho had the ball and was running at Dyer, he was just jockeying back. Just scared. He couldn't. When
bro,
you're a defender,
he was literally Bambi on ice, bro.
Oh my gosh!
That goal that I think the third goal, yeah, the one Iheanacho scored, right? My goodness, he literally went at him. He wasn't even running at him fast, just like slow dribble. Dyer somehow turned around, yeah. He turned around like I don't know why, and then he was still jockeying back. Literally, like his legs were just like doing this.
Yeah.
Like he was ice skating, but he couldn't ice skate. It was ridiculous, man.
Absolutely,
it was awful.
Yeah,
but I think you could see that.
Defending.
You could see that. Obviously Romero is very hot. He's very
he was
rash.
Yeah,
you know, but he was definitely missed in that game, man.
Yeah.
He was missed.
Yeah,
they was run ragged all over the pitch, from taking the lead. Yeah, from like through Benton call. I thought, okay, cool, because I thought Leicester would win the game, right? But I didn't think it would be that convincing. In every phase, every aspect of the game, their passing, their pressing, their chance creation, they just dominated Spurs. Spurs had no idea what they was doing. Harry Kane is still in wild faces on back pocket.
Yeah. Harry Blaine.
That guy, him, the two centre backs for Leicester had Kane in their back pockets. Yeah. He was synonymous all game. Yeah. Son, who missing, is back once again.
Yeah.
Like Kulu was terrible. Man, it was just an awful performance all round. To cap it off, Bentancur was out for the season as well. Yeah. So, boy.
No creativity now. They are in absolute stew. Just in the dirt right now. Maddison had an absolute field day. Absolute field day, bro. They
random ragged. Yeah, natural. You know what's funny? I wanted to ask you this, yeah. Why did it take Rodgers, yes? Why was Rodgers so insistent on playing Vardy? Natural, yeah, like the last 2 games, you can see the guys come in the team, right? And it's completely different.
Yeah.
Like his impact on the team is crazy. His G&A in the last 2 games, I think it's like 2 goals and 3 assists.
Yeah.
Like, I don't get why he was so hell-bent on playing Vardy. Yeah. I know Hugh Vardy's been to the club, right? But listen, Iheanacho is for the right now. Vardy's not got the legs anymore to do what he used to do. Play the guy that the team needs. Because Leicester shouldn't be where they are right now. They're still a very good side. You know, so Rodgers, yeah, I question him for that one, but it's a good thing he kept Vardy off the team this time, and he naturally back in the team. So, and you can see that they're performing much better now.
Yeah,
man.
Leicester are kicking forward. They have momentum on their side now. You get me?
Yeah.
Spurs, they put 4 in your net. That is absolutely disgraceful. Does Conte care, bro? Do you think he's going to be leaving at the end of the season?
I think he is.
Yeah.
I think he is. And it's no coincidence. The moment he comes back here, Spurs revert back to who they normally are.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
You know, Poro, my goodness, he was awful.
Oh,
but
gosh.
again, this incessant need to play 5 at the back.
I don't understand it. You're not winning. You're not winning
really don't
games.
know, man. I really don't know.
As a manager, if you have to fix a broken plate. Like, do you know what I'm saying? If your team is broken, you have to fix it. You can't keep doing the same thing over and over and over again, expecting the team to change. And the caliber of players that you have, it's not going to work with your formation. So just allow it. Just allow it. Bro,
I don't get. Maybe in his previous life, his name was 5 or something. I don't know. The guy cannot let 5 at the back go. And even if they had all their centre backs out, he will still play 5 at the back.
Yeah,
I don't understand it.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, they're lucky because VAR was also to me in this game, VAR also had a little part. They should have lost by more.
Yeah, that is facts.
No?
Big facts. Yep, I remember Harvey Barnes scoring. Yeah, they said it was offside. That one.
That was not offside.
That
man.
was not
that was
offside.
Not offside.
It was not offside. You know what I mean?
That was not offside, man. What we do,
yeah, bro? This is what I'm saying about VAR, bro. It's the officials are absolutely shambolic. It's shambolic, man. It's very sickening to see, to be honest, and it's really destroying football, in my opinion. But Leicester kick on. You feel me? Chelsea held to Aston Villa. Was it Aston Villa?
No, West Ham.
West Ham, sorry. Yeah, West Ham. 1-1. Right now, Chelsea cannot buy a win, bro. They just can't. I watched the full game, and the first half they were moving. I won't lie. I was like, yo, they are kicking ball. You know, Felix getting his goal. Felix joining the team was very vital, bro. You can see
the impact is very clear.
See the impact. You know, Enzo had a very good game, I must admit. Enzo had a good, but bro, Chelsea, they just don't know how to keep clean sheets. They don't know.
I mean, listen, we're gonna get into VAR once again in this game.
Yeah.
Because how my man basically his secondary position must be a goalkeeper because that was a fantastic save.
Bro.
I don't get it. Like, listen, again, I'm not a Chelsea fan, but I believe in what's right in it. Like, that was ridiculous. I'm surprised Potter didn't lose it because, bro, it was so clear, My man fell and literally saved it with his hands.
Yeah.
And they went to look at that and they came up with a conclusion that he did not handball it. My mind is just like, wow.
I think I don't know if they came up with an explanation afterwards. I didn't see the match reactions.
What explanation can you come up with?
Yeah, I know.
That kind of decision.
But they did say, I think one of their rules is if a player is falling, and the hand plants and the ball hits the hand, it's not an actual foul because, I mean, it's not a penalty or it's not a foul basically because they need their hand to be planted to protect themselves from, I don't know, bro, but
bro, I'm not trying to hear none of that, man. I'm not trying to hear none of that nonsense. That guy did not fall. That guy purposely, it was clear to see it was deliberate. He purposely moved his hand towards the ball to stop it.
Yeah,
bro, come on,
save.
man. That's a penalty. That was a great save.
Yeah.
But from a defender.
Yeah.
Like, what's going on, man? That was a penalty all day, every day. Like, come on, man. Like, boy, VAR this weekend.
Yeah, they need to really look at themselves, bro. I think certain people need to be sacked. Certain referee, and do you know what? Everybody gets onto football players, but referees is just that match, and then the next week everything's rosy again.
Yeah,
We're
they
not.
need to be more
Yeah, then
accountable,
exactly.
Yeah.
I don't see any riots happening about this stuff.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
obviously, I get that there's an element of human error, right?
yeah,
I get that as well. You know, there will be human error, but when you have the tools and the means here to actually go and watch something again, and your two eyes is looking at it, and you're telling me you can't see that, or you're refusing to see it, like, come on, man.
Yeah.
There's human error, but you have the means here to help you make a much more better decision.
Yeah.
And they still choose to make the wrong decision. It's baffling to me, man. It really is. Obviously, I know we need to get to the game, but man, I just couldn't get my head around like how VAR basically is in essence like cost Arsenal 3 points, even though we agree that Brentford shouldn't have had a goal disallowed. They've cost Leicester scoring 5 goals against Tottenham, and they've also cost Chelsea, you know, getting the first win with their newfound squad. Basically,
yeah,
it's ridiculous, man.
Yeah,
it really is.
Yeah. I'm getting bare messages, bruv.
I know.
Yeah.
I even had a call just now. Yeah. Forcing the game, innit? I know.
Yeah. So yeah, Felix getting the first goal, which was an absolutely delicious first goal. He was cooking in that game. Even his little cheeky chip that he did, what was offside, was rightly so offside, but he was absolutely cooking. And
he was really good.
Yeah, I really like their right winger as well. That black guy. I can't pronounce his name.
Oh damn, I forgot his name now. He just came in as well.
Yeah.
I think is it Moani or something like that?
Something like that. Yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. He looks really good as well. He looks really good. If Chelsea gel, bro, I see them cooking. I really see them cooking.
But the problem for them is the goals, right? And you could see that. You see what Toney used to Brentford.
Yeah.
If Toney was in Chelsea right now, oh my goodness, they would be
a game. Yeah,
different ball game.
Yeah.
Because that number 9 role, right now, Kai Havertz is not number 9, man.
Yeah.
And you can see because they had what, 75% possession. Yeah. But guess what? West Ham had more chances created in the box.
Exactly.
Why is that? Because they don't have that cutting edge, you know, that number 9 that will provide that killer moment for them. They're playing a good football, but there's no killer instinct to kind of finish that off. And that's going to be their problem for the rest of the season. And that's obviously why they're not really going to go anywhere, you know? Yeah.
Yeah. Rumors are swirling, bro, that Chelsea have their eyes on Victor Osimhen from Napoli, bro. They are willing to pay some big dough for that guy. So
big game changer.
That would be a big game
changer.
Big game changer, trust me. But West Ham equalizing, making that 1-1. So Chelsea drop points yet again, thanks to VAR.
Yeah.
But like I said before, I'm not complaining because it didn't happen to my team. You get me? I'm spiteful like that.
Don't say that now. Don't say that now. Because next week now, our turn's gonna come.
Yeah.
Boy.
But they have dropped points. We are going to quickly fly through the rest of Saturday's games, bro.
Sure.
So Crystal Palace 1, Brighton 1. Did you catch that game, bro?
VAR are taking the piss, bro.
They
are taking the absolute piss. Like, I swear, you can't make this up if you tried. You really can't. Yeah. Okay. It's hard to say his name, but Estupinian. I think that's how you say it. Yeah. That goal he scored, bro. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. First of all, yeah, they drew the line to the wrong player.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh my God.
I said no. They drew the line, yeah, on James Tompkins, yeah. And where he was right behind him, he was the last man. But they just ignored him. They said, nah, we're going to swipe from Tompkins. I'm like, wait, how can you have the equipment, yeah, to literally make the right decision? And they still found a way to be incompetent. You can't make this stuff up. I swear to you.
They're taking a piss.
He's the last man behind Tompkins, yeah? Which means Estupiñán is actually onside.
Yeah.
What? You know what? I don't know, man.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Bro, VAR has had an absolute howler this weekend.
Bro, like it was, and they affected the game. Obviously, the Brighton keeper was probably smoking something. I don't know what he was smoking, but like that was an awful error to give them, because bro, there was only one team in that game. Brighton dominated that game. Palace just got a lucky break and they scored from it. That was it. There was only one team in that game.
Yeah.
Brighton should have won that game handily, easily won that game. But VAR once again, because if they get that first goal in the first half, I think they push on from that.
Yeah.
But yeah, they still took the lead, but I still think, man, VAR is causing too much outrage right now.
Yeah.
It's affecting the game too much, the results of the game. Rather than the football dictating that, they're dictating the outcomes of the games, and that's not good. It's not healthy for the game. It really isn't.
Yeah. Man. Brighton, pissed. Absolute pissed. They've dropped points. Fulham versus Nottingham Forest. Now, I remember you saying that Fulham will win. I thought it would be a draw. But there's one guy I want to talk about, bro, and that's the resurgence of maybe he's not this, but the resurgence of Willian, bro.
Bro, he slipped into the fountain of youth, bro.
Bro, I don't know what this guy's drinking, but bro, that guy it's like he's got eternal life now. Like, bro, he's rolling back the years. Rolling.
He was trolling Arsenal, you know. He must have been trolling Arsenal.
Bro.
Because where was this guy for Arsenal? He's definitely trolling.
He caused Nottingham Forest absolute mayhem, bro. Just giving them headache.
Like I told you the last game against Chelsea, he was the best player on the pitch.
Yeah.
And today again, he was by far the best player. Bro, he was decisive with everything he did. Whether it be running in behind, taking on players, his decision-making was so good.
Yeah.
Like the goal he scored, the composure, and the other chance cutting
as well,
in the post. Man, he was everywhere.
Yeah.
He was the best player by far. And it was a deserved win. My God, what a performance, man.
Yeah.
What a performance.
Fulham keep on rolling. Nottingham Forest, obviously, you know, I think they played not very well, but they played decent. But I think Fulham were just hands down. Hands down. The much better team. And that stops Nottingham's Forest run of wins now. So they need to regroup and go again. You get me? Now, Southampton 1, Wolves 2. Bro.
Oh.
Bro, Skeeto.
Oh.
What on earth is going on here?
All right, so a couple of things I want to touch up on, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, we know now that Nathan Jones has been sacked.
Yeah.
Obviously, when you lose 7 games,
out of 8,
out of 8, 7 and they won 1, you are most likely going to get sacked.
Yeah.
When you are leading 1-0 against 10 men, and then somehow you can't.
How is it? How is it that Wolves has now had more possession, having 10 men than 11?
Bro,
what's going on?
Wolves with 10 men was overloading the box.
Bro, just absolute shambles. What has happened to Southampton? And remember, I did call it.
Believe it.
I did call it. I
You
said
did.
Wolves will win that game, you know,
You
but
did.
not in that
You
manner.
did.
Not in that manner, bro.
What is going on?
Bro, they
It's
are
mad.
in
And you know what's mad,
disarray.
yeah? You know what's mad, yeah? The ref tried to actually help Southampton. Bro, okay, the first tackle from Lamina was
Yeah,
silly, right?
yeah.
But bro, the second yellow card, right? Do you know why? Like literally,
What did he
Neves
book him
explained
for?
it.
Yeah,
He didn't say anything. All he done, he just said, yeah, he got fouled. Yeah,
yeah,
he went to the ref, and you know what's mad? The ref gave him the card there because he was the third player to go up to him.
yeah.
But Neves, yeah, and another player went up to him already. But he decided to book Lamina. So he literally tried to give Southampton the win, and they still found a way.
Way to lose the game. I
You
just
can't make this up, man.
oh
You can't make this
they're
up.
going down. I don't see them rising. They're going down, bro, and rightly so because they are playing absolutely pathetic. Right, like they Ward Prowse needs to leave that team. He
Yeah, man.
needs to
I don't
leave,
think he's gonna leave, man. He's too loyal.
bro. He can't be playing in Championship.
Boy,
He
good
cannot be
point.
playing. He's too good for that, man. You
Good
know.
point.
Yep. Another loss for Southampton, man. They are going down,
But
down,
you know
down.
what's mad though, yeah? I don't know, yeah, if I can really rule them out just yet because the gap here from I think Crystal Palace, who are 12th here, to Everton, who are 18th, is 7 points.
Yeah, you're right.
So
You're correct.
literally, two bad games here, you can go from mid-table to being in the relegation zone.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it's still up in the air. They still got time, but they need to start turning around right now. Right now.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I don't see
it's
it happening, man. I don't see it happening, bro.
we'll see.
Um, Another game that I called correctly. Bournemouth won. Newcastle won.
Well, I called it correctly
Oh no,
too.
was it? Yeah, yeah, you did as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
Newcastle continue to draw games, bro. They are looking like the team. They're looking like a team that's hard to beat than actually winning the games. Like it's just difficult to beat Newcastle now, and that's the team they're looking like. Before they were, they're just steamrolling. They're winning games. They're looking sensational. Now it's just nitty gritty. It's like they're just fighting to stay in that top four. And like I said before, if the other half of the table was much better, like the Tottenhams well, they wouldn't be sitting in fourth place right now.
But I think that's the advantage, isn't it? They're
Yeah,
dropping points, but guess what? The people behind them are just dropping as many points. Like I think Brighton and Fulham are their closest. Like, well, obviously other than Tottenham, and Fulham still keep picking up results, but the teams behind them keep faltering. So I almost say by default they're gonna find themselves in the top four this season because they can't keep going like this, keep drawing games. But the good thing for them is that they're still unbeaten, like long unbeaten run. So yeah, like the best defense against the best defense sorry against the worst defense in the league.
yeah.
And I called this as well. I knew it would be a tough game.
Mm-hmm.
Like Newcastle wasn't at it today.
Yeah.
They was terrible. But obviously, the only positive for them is that Almiron's back in the goals, I
Yeah.
guess. But man, they could have lost the game at the end. It was very sloppy. It was just a very difficult game to watch. And to be honest with you, I think Bournemouth should have really nicked it at the end. I think they actually deserved to win the game. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, but Newcastle keep rolling. They keep finding a way to get results. So yeah, man, good on them.
Yeah, for their stature, they're still, I wouldn't complain if I was a Newcastle fan. Now, Sunday's games, obviously, we've spoken about Manchester United versus Leeds. Manchester City 3, Aston Villa 1. Manchester City looked very good in majority of that game. They needed that win, obviously, to put pressure on Arsenal. And for me, their main man, Mahrez, absolutely cooking. Is Mahrez the best right midfielder in the league right now? Or do you think it's Saka?
Nah, for me, it's Saka, man.
You think it's
All
that?
respect to Mahrez and what he's doing. Like, we got to take the season in totality, and for me, there's no question it's been Saka this season, man. You got to be objective. I like being objective. It's definitely Saka,
Mm-hmm.
definitely, definitely. But
Yeah.
on that point, on what you said about City, I saw things in that game that lets me know that their level is improving.
Yeah.
Obviously, Haaland coming off and he's an injury scare for the Arsenal game. I don't know if that's going to hinder them or that's going to help them. I'm not too sure yet. But what I saw from this game, they was at it. Their pass was crisp. The triangles they was playing. I think one of the chances they played for Gundogan, you see the intricate play in the triangle between KDB, Gundogan. It was like crisp. It was sharp. It was running in behind. It was a much better performance from City, I must say. And I think they're trending in the right direction just in the nick of time before they play Arsenal as well. So that makes that game really tasty.
Yeah, it will be
Really tasty.
tantalizing. Do you think City played this good because of the comeback of Ruben Diaz, bro? Because I was saying to a lot of people that Manchester City, they start their attack from the defense. Now, Akanji, he's a good player, don't get me wrong, but he's too slow. With the way City play, they want to transition from defense to attack very quickly, and their passing needs to be very crisp. That's what Pep likes to do, you know.
Yeah.
Having Ruben Diaz and John Stones, for example, when they
Yeah,
are
ball
on the
players
ball,
centre
they're
backs, yeah.
ball playing centre backs, and
Yeah.
they're
Yeah.
so intelligent with it. And Kanji's not on that level yet. Do you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I think that, and I don't know why Ruben Diaz has not been playing. You know,
I think he had a little injury spell, but I think the most important thing he brings to that team, other than like, you know, passing out, is his physical toughness, and he's a leader as well. I would probably say out of everyone on that team, he is more of a natural leader
yeah,
in that team. And you can see that, their performances are getting much better. And I think it's no coincidence now that he's been back, he is really marshalling that back line very, very well. Obviously, the Tottenham match happened, but I think all in all, they are trending in the right direction. And I saw in that game, yeah, they actually actively tried to find Haaland when he made those runs. You know, there was one ball where KDB wasn't even looking,
yeah,
and he spammed it, tried to
yeah,
get through to Haaland when he made the running behind. You know, that's what Haaland needs. Yes, like he scores the goals, but when he makes that run, even if he doesn't get the ball, at least let him know that you're trying to find him. And he done that very well that game. He made a lot of runs, and KDB, Gundogan, they really tried to feed him through. So yeah, man, you can see that they're definitely trending in the right direction. But it's still to be seen if they can knock off Arsenal. It's going to be a
yeah.
really, really, really good game.
Yeah, no, it was a good game for Manchester City. Obviously, Rodri getting the first goal, Gundogan the second, and Riyad Mahrez. Riyad Mahrez missed an absolute sitter, by the way, in the second half. I don't know how he missed that, but yeah, man. And Ollie Watkins getting the only goal for Aston Villa. Should Aston Villa be panicking a little bit because they're on a drop right now?
I think they'll be fine. I think Leicester, they just caught Leicester on a good day last week, and obviously City was not going to lose this game. Like Arsenal gave them a little helping hand last week, and they didn't capitalize on it. So I don't think there was gonna back-to-back weeks also drop points, and they wasn't gonna capitalize on it. So yeah, man, City were just at it from the get-go, and they was never dropping points in that game, man. So I think Villa will be fine. Villa
Yeah.
will be fine.
City getting the most important 3 points. Now we have Monday football, bro. The Mersey Trash Derby. Merseyside Red versus Merseyside Blue at Anfield, bro. Under the lights. What are your predictions for that game? That one is gonna be so sweet.
Listen, agendas, yeah,
You
is
have
important in
to
life, man,
run. You have
and they
to
have to
run.
run, bro. They have to run. You know what's mad, yeah? I actually think that Everton beating Arsenal has made things worse for Liverpool now
Yeah,
because obviously we know that Dyche is the leader of terrorist football. I can see a world where it's a nil-nil draw. Obviously, selfishly, I would love an Everton win so I can really laugh at those mugs, but I see it being a draw. I say nil-nil draw.
I think it's also going to be a draw, bro, but I think there's going to be some goals in there. I think it might be 1-1. I'll go for 1-1. I'll go
Huh?
for 1-1. And then on Wednesday, bro, the big game, Arsenal take
Huge
on
game.
Manchester City.
Huge game. Yeah.
Now, we all know this could be the decisive moment of the Premier League. You get
Nah,
me?
I
You
think
don't
there's
think
still too
so?
much time left. Nah.
Okay.
Obviously, psychologically, for Arsenal, yeah, but I think there's still too much time. Like if Man City win the game,
Mm,
they go top of the table, but I
yeah.
still think there's still too much time in the
Yeah. There's
season for
twists and
things to happen.
turns.
So yeah,
Yeah.
but it is a big game
Yeah.
for the psychological confidence for one of those two teams for sure.
What are your predictions for that game? Techie one. Techie one. Shall I go first?
Yeah, you might as well, man.
I'm thinking City 2-1, you know.
Ooh.
I'm thinking City 2-1. And it's because, like I said it last week and the week before, I think this might be Arsenal's bit, bro. I think City are gonna have a bit of they're gonna be so Pep is gonna demand some serious football from them, you know, because he knows that
They're gonna be
Arsenal,
ready.
yeah, exactly. He knows it's at Emirates, number one. You get me?
Yeah.
And at Emirates, Arsenal, they hardly lose. So they have to raise their gear up to 5 in order to even get a victory. Get me? Because Arsenal, they're going to be very tough to beat. But because of Arsenal's run of form lately, no wins in 3, I feel like it might have a mental block for them, you know. And I think that City might get the win. 2-1, I'm going for.
I'm racking my head. I'm going back and forth. Just man, I think it could be a draw, but I can also see a world where Man City might nick it. It's gonna be a good game, man. Like
Yeah,
Arsenal gonna be up for it.
of
I
course.
mean, Arteta, sorry, is gonna have those guys up for it, and I think the key is gonna be Martinelli and how Arteta handles that side because Martinelli, yeah, can run Kyle Walker ragged. I'm sure of it. I know he's quick, but man, I
Mm-hmm.
don't know, man. I think basically based on me saying that City are trending upwards in their performances and how they're playing, yeah. Obviously, Haaland being there or not being there is another element we have to look at as well. But I reckon Man City will sneak it 2-1 as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. And I think that is it for all the Premier League features. Now, bro, we've had some predictions, you get me, during the weekend. And let's just go through them quickly.
Okay.
So give me a second. Let me get up the fixtures again. Chelsea versus West Ham. I believe I said a draw, didn't I?
Yep, me too.
We both got that one. Did we get the correct scores? Did I? Yeah.
Yep, 1-1.
1-1,
Mhm.
exactly. Okay. So we both got that one right. Arsenal versus Brentford. I said draw. You said Arsenal wins. I collected. I didn't get the correct scores though. I think I said it would be 2-2, but at least I get something out of that. You get me? The
You
draw
got a
was
point, yeah.
correct.
3 points for a correct score and a point for the right result.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
we'll do all of that tally next week, and then
Yeah.
obviously when the season's over, the winner gets a prize. You feel me?
Come on.
Something to look forward to. You get me?
Come on.
Crystal Palace versus um Brighton. Sorry, I just had
I said
a head.
I said a draw that one.
Yeah, you said a draw. I thought Brighton would win,
Yep.
so you get a point for that. You
Yep.
also got Fulham versus Nottingham Forest, correct? Yours, all the betting people right now.
Hey, we're
That's
dropping
your
some
man.
gems out here,
Yeah,
man. Trust me.
that's your
Trust me.
man right now. Leicester versus Tottenham. You also got that one right. What did I say? Did I say Tottenham would win? I
Yeah,
think I said
you
Tottenham would
said you
win.
said Tottenham will win, yeah.
Yeah. Damn it. Wolves versus Southampton. That one, I said Wolves
Yeah.
would win.
You got me on that one. I mean,
Yeah.
listen, I should have got it right. They was bloody 1-0 up
bro.
against 10 men.
Yeah.
Bro, Wolves were down to 10 men for over an hour.
Yeah,
You know
bro.
what?
It doesn't make it doesn't even make sense.
Mm.
Oh, we moved. And then I think Bournemouth versus Newcastle. I think we both got that correct. Did you say draw for that one?
Yeah. We both said draw, yeah.
Yeah. Manchester United versus Leeds. We both said win, but you got the correct scores. You get me? You said 2-0. I thought Manchester United would concede at least. But Manchester City versus Aston Villa. We both said Manchester City would win, but I got the correct scores.
Yeah. I said 4-2 and you said 3-1.
3-1.
So well done. Well played.
But I think all in all, you might have won, you know. I think it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5-4 to you.
Come on.
You take this week. But next week, see, we do the proper thing. So we do 3 points for correct scores, yeah? And then 1 point for win or loss, basically.
Yeah.
And then
we go again.
We go again, you get me? So is there any other news you would like to put out there before we wrap this up?
I would like to say congrats to the Kansas City Chiefs. They've just well, not just, but they won the Super Bowl. An incredible comeback. Patrick Mahomes, his second Super Bowl title, second Super Bowl MVP. He was also the regular season MVP as well. They was down by a lot. I think they was down, I want to say 20. I think they were down like maybe 13 or 14 points.
Okay.
And they had a crazy comeback. He literally had a bum ankle. He was limping on one foot.
Damn.
And he found a way. So, yeah, congrats to him. He is well on his way to becoming the GOAT. Obviously, right now, that's still Tom Brady, but shout out to Patrick Mahomes, another Super Bowl. And yeah, man, well done to him and the Kansas City Chiefs. Congrats to them.
Okay. I would like to give a big shout out to the Arsenal fans that were saying, show me my goats. Show me my goats. Now, they are telling me Nketiah out. In the matter of 2 weeks, bro.
Oh, man. Football fans are fickle, man.
Got in trouble and catch ya in the cell.
Football fans are fickle, bro. I'm telling you, man.
Bro,
it's crazy.
Yeah,
man.
we've got some Arsenal fans panicking at the moment. But, yeah, we nipped this in the bud. It's always a pleasure, my guy, to have you here. You get me talking about this. Without you, this doesn't happen. You feel me? So, love for you, my guy.
And also, you people that are watching, like, comment, subscribe, and share.
Trust me, all appreciate of that shebang. You get me? We appreciate all your support. And then on Saturday, we do what?
We go again.
We go again.
Oh, no, Friday, actually.
Oh, is it Friday?
Yeah, Friday. Friday, we go again, man.
Then Friday, we go again.
We go again.